everybody, welcome back to the page. I'm Joy from The Joy of Pilates, your certified Pilates instructor. And today the video is centered all around upper body work, arms and shoulders. And that is because in Pilates, most of the repertoire obviously centers around the core. Anybody you've talked to who's tried Pilates, they're like, oh, it gets me right in my core. But another important part of Pilates is really working glutes and shoulders. And when I was going through my Pilates instructor training, we talked about how they were like your secondary core. So you have your primary core right here, 360 around. And then, of course, you cannot forget glutes and shoulders. So today we are going to be working upper body, arms, shoulder work, and using the reformer. So thanks for joining me. Go ahead and hop on your reformer and let's get to work. All right, everybody, our first move is called chest expansion, and I've got a red spring on. You're going to come to a high kneeling position facing the back of your reformer. If you need a knee pad, go ahead and grab that. Grab onto your straps, and I like to hold up a little bit higher to get a little bit more tension. You're going to squeeze your glutes, draw your core in, straighten your arms out, exhale as you pull back. Inhale through the nose as your arms come forward. You are drawing the arms back behind you and squeezing your scapula together. This move works the posterior side of the body. So the posterior delts, the lats and triceps, as well as your teres major. And I love how it's one of these threshold moves. I have a client who's always saying, give me the threshold moves, because he wants to feel like he is in control when his body is about to maybe. With this move, you feel like you could almost fall forward if you don't keep the core strength and the posture, as well as squeezing those glutes. This is a great move to work on posture. I would cue here, try to touch the ceiling with the crown of your head while staying grounded through the knees, and try to graze your knuckles onto the ground without bending forwards. A variation here is doing little pulses back behind you with that exhale. And 3, 2, and 1. That move can also be done sitting on the box if anybody has a client with bad knees. Okay, so chest expansion. Great one for shoulders, posterior side of the body too. Next move. Move 2, rowing with a flat back, facing back. My spring choice here is a blue. If you have a male client, I would maybe give them a red. But blue suits me pretty darn well. You're going to sit facing the back edge of your reformer and grab your straps. If you need to cross your feet in between the shoulder blocks, go ahead and do so. I would say short loops here, at least to get started. Long loops would be a modifier. All right, so you want to start with a bicep curl. Keep those elbows right in front of the shoulders. From there, hinge back with a flat back. This is going to get the core, a surprise core work here. Now, here's where you're going to work those shoulders. You want to extend the arms behind you and reach for the wall behind you. Then from there, glide those fingers up, up, and away while staying seated on those ischial tuberosity. Roll forward while keeping the lift in your core. Flip your palms out. Swim your arms behind you. Fingers touch together or thumbs touch behind you. Tricep bend and extend. Now here's the rotator cuff magic. You're going to roll those fingertips above, shoulder roll, round the knuckles in together. Sit up tall. So this also, as well as working all the shoulder and the core work, it's a lot of coordination to teach people. And I would teach it step by step by step, right? So maybe start with that bicep curl. You can just continue to bicep curl, level 1. From there, hinge. Maybe try that hinge a few times. That's that lengthening back. Really works the core. When you feel good with that, from there, extend the arms back. Maybe bend and extend a couple times. Reach back. Lift the fingertips up to the ceiling and roll forward like you're trying to touch the toes, but don't just fall flat onto your legs. Keep the shape in the spine. Reach for the toes, flip the palms out. Roll those hands behind you like you're swimming. Touch your thumbs together. Tricep, bend, extend. Circle the fingers behind you, roll around, and then sit back up to start. One more time, let's go all the way through. Bicep curl, hinge and lift. Lift from your jeans pockets, fingertips to the ceiling, roll forward round. Exhale. Palms out, swim. Bend, extend, tricep, rotator cuff, roll, and up you come. So that is a great one to try to work coordination as well as shoulders, arms, and extra core work. Next and final move for this video, we're going to do some single arm work. So we're going to go on both arms. So with single arm work, you want to have a lighter spring. I have a yellow on. If you're a little bit stronger, you could do an upper yellow or a blue. So you want to start kneeling, facing one direction. I'm going to do everything on my left arm, then turn around, and we're going to do it all on the right arm. You want to make sure you get every side. Let's start with draw a sword. Okay, high kneeling position. You can do this as well sitting or sitting on the box if anybody has knee issues. Grab with the left arm across the body. You can place your right arm at your hip. And from here, exhale, draw the core in, squeeze the glutes first. Bend that elbow out to the side, left side of your body. Now you want to flip your arm open. And then bend, bring it back down to the pocket or the holster where the sword would go. Okay, so you're going to draw a sword out. This always makes me think of, for some reason, like the Princess Bride. Like, my name is Inigo Montoya. Draw that sword and play that part in the Princess Bride. You got to have strong shoulders to do it, right? All right, so you want to exhale. Pull up, keep the wrist flush, strong shoulders, and then control on the way down. Grow as tall as you can. There's all these Pilates principles in here. Flow, breath. You can include it all by just working one shoulder at a time, working that secondary core like we talked about earlier in the video. All right, and one more. Beautiful. Okay, same arm is going to stay in the strap, but our body position changes a little bit for side bend press. You want to take your right hand and put it on the shoulder block right next to you. Scoot your knees out a bit so you have some room for a lateral bend. You're going to put your body into a side bend or lateral bend position. Lift your left arm overhead, and then you're going to bend and extend at the elbow, working tricep here. Working bicep, squeezing that core in tight. Scapular stabilization going on my right side to support. A little advancement here for those who want to take it. You're going to balance on your right knee and lift your left leg up while you continue to work just the one side of your body. If you're not here yet, don't you worry about it. This is something you can work towards and grow in your practice. Okay, from there, bring both knees down. You can bring the strap back, and you may just want to take a little stretch right here. Finishing this move out, we're going to head to the other side, working our right arm. So face the other direction on your reformer, grab that short loop, kneeling up high. All right, and then we're going to go right into draw a sword. And it feels so good to work each side of the body evenly. You may feel a little difference as we do any kind of single arm or single leg work. And that is very common and very, very normal. Like, I'm right hand dominant, so my right arm is gonna feel stronger than my left. So I often take extra care to be sure I work that left arm as well. Okay, there's draw a sword. From here, let's go right into side bend press. So again, bring your knees together and out to the side of your mat. Left hand onto the shoulder block. Lift that right arm up right away. You're going to feel that big side body stretch. Feels so good. Bend and extend. Start to bend and extend your right arm. Working tricep, working bicep. Scapula stabilization going on here. Core nice and tight. What I really love about this move is when the springs pull you forward, you get a huge side body stretch. For those who would like to try the advancement, go ahead and lift up that leg. Let's try to just focus on isolating that shoulder and upper body work. Try to relax your facial muscles and your breath. You are capable of doing tough things. Last one. All right, bringing the knee down. Maybe taking a little side stretch here. All right, everybody. So that does it for us today here on The Joy of Pilates. Thanks for joining me. That was fun working the upper body as opposed to so much core work we see in Pilates all the time. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. I hang out there a lot. You can find me at The Joy of Pilates. And of course, watch this space for more videos all about Pilates, my favorite thing in the world. Take care, and thanks so much for joining me today. Bye.